Good morning. Well, good afternoon, whatever it is. I'm in New York visiting family. Someone gave me an idea for this video, and I'd like to thank her. It's it's about having habits. What do I mean habits? Let's think about something. In marriage, relationships in general, you have little habits, like the way you talk to each other or treat each other, and it's a certain way that eventually when it catches on sometimes when you do it at one point, when does it get when does somebody get insulted or feel offended or get hurt by it? I told everybody, I've been looking at the videos, that I've been moving on. And my relationship was not bad to say per se, but we had a lot of habits. Like we were very stubborn. We talked to each other a certain way. And now at one point it got to the point where now when we used to think we were joking around, now one of us or both of us feels offended if we hear it, which in turn led to a lot of anger. And it's something that, you know, my cousin reminded me of. And we had bad habits. We used to joke all the time, but it used to be very malicious sometimes. And it got to the point that where finally our relationship is done. And, now when we want to talk to each other as friends, we really can't. 'Cause if we say certain things or we talk a certain way, one of us will get offended or not want to listen to the other one when they give opinions, which is what happened. So, how do we go and fix this? There's joking, and then there's a fine line after you have problems because then you have habits. My habits were I went to myself, I didn't think of anybody else, and I stayed private, which was wrong because she's in my life and I need to make her part of what's going on with my choices. And I didn't. And she had a way of feeling, and there was some things that she kept back because she thought I was going to jump, which I've been very jumpy lately just because of the 2 years we've had with the passing of both our moms, and it's been crazy. It's just been a crazy 2 years, and it took its toll on the both of us in separate ways. She went one way, I went another way. I stayed quiet, she stayed quiet. We didn't talk about it because we were both on different levels, which was wrong. Very wrong. You should, I'm telling this to everybody in a relationship now. If you have issues and there's problems, you see there's a problem between the romance department, between any department, in a relationship, in a marriage, whatever, work it out. Talk about it. If you don't talk about it, we always talk to everybody about talking to their spouse, which a lot of people don't want to do. And then there's those couples that never fight. Oh, we never fight. But here's the problem. When you have that fight, you're just going to break up the marriage because you're going to be like, I'm not used to this. I ain't dealing with this, which is a problem. There are going to be arguments in a relationship. You are going to have disagreements. Two people are not perfect. There will be something that will turn the other person off and tick them off or just make them go to themselves. It was wrong in my case. It was wrong in her case. We were both wrong for keeping to ourselves. Like she couldn't share her stuff because she felt I was in my own problems, and I was. We both were. And we both had habits of talking to each other a certain way, and eventually now we can't because one of us feels a little different, like either I do or she does, because it's just, we're human. We're like, what do you mean by that? What are you talking about? Why are you saying this? And it affected the way we talk to each other. Now we want to be friends, but it's like at this point, you want to be friends, so you got to figure out how you're going to do it. I mean, to be honest, if both of you are moving on with your lives, you got to figure out, okay, so now if I meet somebody else, how are you going to feel if I'm with somebody else? And that's what we're both page we're both on, because I don't want her uncomfortable and she don't want me to be uncomfortable. So we don't want each other to be uncomfortable if we decide to date again, which I mean, I don't know, but this is what we're talking about. Habits. You got to check those habits. You got to talk. You got to be communicating. If you don't communicate and you have problems, it only leads to more problems. You don't fix the general problem. You just cause more havoc on the relationship you have with that person at the time, which in time could take a little while to get over. We do this on the daily even with friendships. A friend could say something that says totally against what you say. You get mad, you get upset. You don't talk to them for a little while. Why? Why'd you get upset? Maybe your friendship wasn't as strong as you thought, and you just need to, or you're just going through a troubled time right now, which we have. If we have stress, if we have aggravation, and there's a lot of stuff looming in the background that's going to happen, and it's a stressful situation, it will cause you to snap. It will cause you to snap easily. It won't take much for you to go, done, over. I can't snap with those, but I can do with this. Done. The Thanos snap. 1 minute, everything's fine. The next minute, it all disappears. So what do? My advice is communicate. Figure where your relationship is. Don't give up on the relationship. Work on the relationship. Don't make it happen over and over again and not care about talking to anybody. Talk to her. This is supposed to be your partner. This is supposed to be the person you want to live your life with. Then what? Now that person ain't in your life because both of you are foolish, one of you is whatever. Somebody or both, but it takes two to tango. Relationships can go wrong on both ends. So I'm telling everybody out there, don't fall into my pitfalls. Like I said, I'm a victim of my own circumstance. And my videos are to help you and to help me. I listen to myself. I take my own advice, which I'm doing right now. I've made a mistake. Now, my mistake cost me my relationship. But that doesn't mean you have to make the same mistake. You could fix whatever's happening in 2.2 seconds. And you know what? All it takes is a little communication. That's it. Communication's the key. You have that communication, I will tell you, you will have an ironclad relationship, no matter how many problems you have. If you could talk to your other spouse, if you could talk to your spouse or your mate about what's going on, that might actually help your relationship instead of hurting it. You keep stuff in, you don't talk about it, and guess what? It can all go to shit. Yes, I use a curse word, sorry. But like I said, I'm not blunt. I'm going to be blunt. Yeah, I'm going to be blunt. It goes to shit. So I'm talking to everybody out there. Whatever relationships you're in, whatever relationships you're doing, communicate. Communicate. Don't put it to the back burner and not talk about it. Talk about it. Tell them how you're feeling. Make them know. And then ask them how they're feeling. Get both perspectives. Talk to her. She talks to you. You talk to her. Guess what? You will see your relationship blossom. your relationship probably won't be at the level where it was at, but it'll be a lot better than breaking down and saying, I don't want to do this anymore. It could go to that level. It can go to that level if you take the time and communicate. So to all my friends out there, I got some new subscribers. Thank you very much for that like. And I like the fact you're joining my channel on Facebook. I appreciate your time, and I hope I'm helping you as well as I'm helping myself. Take the time, if you love that person, and do what's right for them as well as for you. Communicate. That's the word for today. Have a great week, and I hope everybody has it's really hot, so my godson's graduation is, so if you can, just wish him a happy graduation. He graduates tomorrow. So cute. Kindergarten. You gotta love it. So have a great day. Have a great week. And I'll talk to you again maybe later this week. And I appreciate your time with my videos. Thank you.